guys, it's Nat from Pilates Center WA. We're going to be doing an all levels reformer class today. I've already got my box on. If you don't have a box at home, you can actually do this whole series without it with your hands on the machine. So don't stress about that. I've got a blue spring on. If at any stage it feels like it's too much loading in your shoulders, you're going to drop down to a yellow spring. If you're using stot, you want to think full spring to half spring. Okay, so we're going to walk around. So we've got the whole reformer in front of us here, and my feet are actually going to disappear underneath the platform. So still hip distance, okay? Arms relaxing by your sides. And then we want to just start by taking a few nice deep breaths. So in through your nose and out through your mouth. Focusing on drawing that breath front, back and sides of the rib cage like a big corset. You're trying to expand those corset strings. And then let them net together. We're going to go one more big breath there. And then we want to just start to think about our posture. So keep breathing. Lift that pubic bone up. Find the float of the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, on your next breath out, we're going to nod the chin to the chest. And we're going to take a little roll down just to the foot bar, which should be the knees depending on how tall you are. Okay, so we're going to pause when we're there. And I want you to notice if you've really pulled away from your foot bar. So if you have, it means you've stuck out your tush. So you're going to keep that scoop of your pelvis. You're welcome to soften your knees. We're going to take 2 big breaths right into the back of the rib cage there. And then from here, we're going to look forward and place the hands onto the box. So right onto the edge of the box. We're going to take a big breath in. And on our breath out, we're going to lengthen our spine and press the arms away. Okay, so it kind of feels a little bit like a downward dog, but I don't want to see you guys sinking or dropping into your shoulders. So it's a nice neutral spine, ears just above the bicep, but pretty much in line. Resist the reformer with your arms and start to curl from your lower back. Okay, so there's 2 different points of tension here. The push away of the box, the abdominals and the pelvis are scooping up to bring you home, all the way in again. Take a big breath, watch those shoulders on at your ears, and exhale. We lengthen the spine and lengthen the arms. Beautiful, guys. Nice big breath there. And exhale, resist with the arms, curl from the belly. So careful you haven't started to do that from your upper half. This is driven from the deep abdominals. We're going to go one more there. Breathe in and out. It's the spine that pushes the machine away. Big inhale at the end. Scoop and bring it through. And then you want to just change the angle. So we're going to step our left hand all the way around to the right, about midway up the box. Okay, soften your right elbow a little bit, and it's exactly the same thing. We breathe in, and we breathe out, and we lengthen the spine. So the left arm is the driver, right arm is just there to stop you from sliding. Okay, hips, guys, it's okay if they swing, but I want you, if you're going to do that, to focus on pulling them to the right. So you get this extra side bend in that left waist. Hold it for a couple more breaths. Make sure, again, you're not dropping down. You're staying nice and active. One more big breath there. And then curling the spine to come in. And we're only going to do one of those, as good as they feel. And then we're going to step over to the other side. So right hand, walk it up a little bit. Square up your hips to begin. Take an inhale. And exhale, lengthen the spine. So you're opening up that right waistband now. Okay, keeping active through the shoulder. Watch it isn't caving in there. All right, and if you did it before, you're going to add a little extra twist of the hips to the left. So you're kind of wagging your tail to the left. Breathing nice and deeply down through the side of the body. One more big breath. And again, curling that spine to come all the way in. And then we're going to just allow our arms to relax between the box and the bar. Okay, so you're in your halfway roll down. On your next exhale, we're going to scoop through the belly and restack the spine vertebra by vertebra until we're standing up nice and tall. Beautiful. So back feels nice and warm. I'm going to stick with the blue. If you guys want a bit more assistance, you want to go to a red spring. Okay, I'm going to just take out my head cushion. We're going to take a seat on the box. Now, if you don't have the box, you're going to sit on your reformer with your legs extended. Okay, guarantee you've done that before if you've used the machine. So we're going to wiggle off our straps. And I'm going to hold just below the knots, all right, or just below the short straps. So sitting up nice and tall, you may have to move yourself a little closer to the front so you've got some room to move. All right, now on our next breath out, we're going to start to press the feet gently into the headrest and roll the pelvis back. So scooping through the belly, keep rolling the pelvis just to the very back of those sit bones, and then restacking that spine and coming back up again. Notice if you lose connection in your feet. So big breath in. Exhale, grounding the feet into the headrest. You almost feel like you're pushing the reformer forward slightly with your feet. Beautiful. Rolling through the pelvis. Scoop a little deeper if you can, maybe a little further. And we restack nice and tall. Beautiful. We're going to do another 4, guys. Every time we're trying to progress a little lower. So really gathering your waist. Keep using the belly to imprint that lower back into the box. Don't just lean back off those straps. Beautiful. And roll it back up. All right, if your feet are lifting, you might be pushing it a bit too much. So keep your feet down. Slow and controlled. A little further. Is that a thing you could do? Beautiful. Roll it back through. And maybe, by this last one, you are able to touch down on the wings of the shoulders without losing everything. And scooping back up. Lovely. Now, that's my deepest point. That's where I'm going to go. You guys can pick anywhere in between. We're going to breathe out, roll down, and find that place. Then we're going to roll up 2 vertebrae. And back down. 2 vertebrae. And back down. I think I'm doing like 6 vertebrae. Beautiful, guys. 2 more. Last one, and follow through. Keep scooping, lengthen all the way up, and then we're going to add something in. So we're going to draw the elbows wide and lift the heart and the gaze slightly up to the ceiling. So you can give those shoulder blades a slight squeeze. Notice I'm not arching my lower back here. And then lengthen the arms and roll yourself down to where you want to go. So again, that might be all the way down to those wings only. I don't want to see anyone here because you might not come back up again. Sitting up nice and tall, wide elbows, broad collarbones. Release. We got 2 more. Breath in. Roll it back up. Nice work, guys. You're doing great. Expand. And last one. Okay. I'm going to give myself a little extra treat at the bottom. You're welcome to join me. I'm going to move to my little straps. Okay. Lengthen out. Roll it back down as we have been. Don't have to do this. You can continue with what we were doing before. Then I'm going to do a bicep curl at the end. And then I'm going to reach overhead and let my head and rib cage open. All right. Then I want to nod my chin to my chest, pull myself back into that bicep curl. So there is my chest lift again. Then lengthen the arms. Drive through those feet and roll yourself up nice and tall. We finish the same way. Open chest, little squeeze of those shoulders, and release. Perfect, guys. That feels good. So we're going to hang up our straps and we're going to step forward. Beautiful. So spinning around. From here, we're going to bring our right foot onto the headrest. Perfect. And our left foot is going to be right underneath the hip. So squaring your hips up towards the front of your machine. Okay. And then without stepping up, we're going to just lift the heel off the floor and lower down. Okay. This is light. Don't do that. You might fall over. Okay. So it's a single leg heel raise. Pretty simple. We're keeping the belly in. We're keeping that beautiful posture. All right. You tend to want to do this. So just notice if you're doing that. We're going to go 2 more. So about 6 all up. Last one there. Lowering the heel down. Okay. And then I want you guys to come into a squat position. So nice long spine. Okay. Your back heel is then going to lift up. And then from here, we want to imagine like we're about to do a stair. Now I know that it looks like it's all driving off my back leg, but what I'm actually trying to do in my body is step through my front heel. So I'm getting a lot of connection through the glutes and the back of the hamstring. Okay, your hands can be here. If you need some help balancing, T is good. Perfect, guys. We're going to go 2 more. Last one. Hold that lengthened position. Place your hands on your box just to give you a little bit of help. All right, and you may have to shift depending on your balance. So I'm going to go forward a little bit because I can feel I need that. And then we're going to lift our back leg up and lower down till you hit the floor. If you don't hit the floor, don't panic. All right, you might just tap your headrest. So neutral spine. All right, if this right knee is like, not for me, you're going to go back to what we just did before in this position. Okay. Beautiful, guys. Last 2. Don't load up your arms too much. 1 more there. And then I want you guys to switch your legs over here. So stepping up. Right foot goes back. You want to be as wide as you can with that left foot. Obviously, there's only so much we can do with the headrest space. And we start again. So, right foot is under the hip. Hips are square. Spine is long. We breathe out and we lift that right heel up and lower down. Beautiful, guys. And down. Remember, we're trying not to shift forward with this one. Okay, we're picturing we're going straight up and all the weight is mainly coming through that right side. We're going to go 3 more. Last one there. Perfect, guys. Lower the heel. We're going to sit back into a little squat. Check your alignment. Perfect. And then we're going to lift our back heel up. Awesome. So imagining we're going to step through this front heel, allow the back leg to straighten and bend. So all our weight is coming through that front leg. You're watching you don't shoot forward to that box. You're going to get a lot of quad, and we want it at the back of the body, hamstring and glute. So notice, guys, that when I extend my leg, there's no shift, okay? If anything, I actually feel like I'm pushing the headrest away. Gonna go for another 3. You guys are doing great. It's okay if there's a bit of quad, it's natural, all right? 1 more there. Perfect, guys. Keep the leg long. Give yourself some support. Remember to play with that position for your shoulders. All right, connect. Lift that back leg and just square up your hips for a moment. And we lower down and we tap and we lift. Again, guys, in your head, this is purely there for some support. All right, if you need a lot more for your knees, so be it, load them up. But the lighter you are on your upper body, the more challenge there is. Beautiful. Keep lengthening that spine. Pull that left thigh back into the socket. We've got another 3, 2, 1. Step onto your headrest. Fold forward for a moment. Take a couple of nice big breaths. All right, and it's not going to be glamorous, but we are going to now lie onto our box. So I like to step back, then you can come and lie straight down. Wiggle yourself forward so the chest is just off the front, and we're going to go up to 1 red, guys, or 1 full spring. Okay, so from here, hands wide on your bar. We're going to start without pushing away, lengthening the legs and lifting the pubic bone just up so that you've got a little bit of support in the lower back. Alrighty, now you want to tuck your chin in and just hover your nose off of your bar. Alright, in theory that means you've got a lovely long neck. Now from here, we're going to breathe out and press the arms away. And then breathe in and think elbows wide, chest open. Now, if that feels really light, you can add a yellow spring or even a blue spring, okay? Again, if you're using Stott, 2 full springs. Notice, guys, that when I'm here, I'm not allowing those shoulder blades to come up to the ears, okay? So there is a wrapping sensation of the shoulder blades around the rib cage. Beautiful. We're going to go for another 3. Keep energy through the head and toes. On the last one, we're going to hold it. This is why I only had 1 spring, because you're probably feeling a little bit by now. Okay, check you haven't picked up that chest. All right. And then keeping your alignment, bring your legs a little closer together so they're back at hip distance. And then you're going to start to kick. Beautiful. So, swimming on the reformer. So you're going to keep that kick going. And we're going to inhale and come in. And exhale and press out. So a bit of a coordination nightmare. All right, because now you've got to think about your shoulders and what's going on through your torso. Okay, common mistakes, guys, keep going, is having the whole rib cage and the whole pelvis start rocking around. So you want to keep your pelvis nice and level and keep the feeling of heaviness even across the hip bones and the rib cage. Beautiful, guys. Keep that kick going right from the back of the thighs. Notice I'm not bending my knees. Last 3. 2. 1 more there. Bring it in. I'm going to go back to wider because that feels better for my back. Externally rotated and long. And then we're going to go into our extension. So, pressing out in exactly the same way. Resetting that lower belly if you've let go into your box. Okay. And then we're only going to do upper back extension today. So I want you to start by looking slightly forward, bending the elbows towards the box, all right, and gliding that breastbone forward and up. Keep reaching the crown out of the shoulders. Okay, that is enough. If you are here, you've gone a little bit too far. So we're just doing baby swan. I don't know if that's actually the official Pilates term, but that's Nat's official Pilates term, okay? So nice big breath in and breath out. We start by looking forward, sink that chest a little there, bend the elbows. All right, it's a reverse chest lift, guys, if you're thinking of your ab work. It's that small. Beautiful, pausing there. Should feel pretty light in the hands. and then pressing back out. We've got 2 more. Head always first. All right. Gliding those shoulders down. Beautiful. Reverse, so chest first, head last, and 1 more. Perfect, guys. Bend those elbows to come in. All right, we're gonna come up onto our knees for a moment and then just step off to one side. All right, let's pop that box away. Lovely, and we're gonna come and go into a bit of rotation. So, I find red a little bit too much after a while, so I'm gonna take it down to a blue spring, but you're welcome to stick with it and see how you feel. So, coming to a kneeling position, all right, high or low, whatever feels good for you, all right, and grabbing the strap closest. From here, hand furthest away, we're gonna go big loop today, and then the other hand is gonna come on top. So, little fist. Okay, arms are gonna straighten. Okay, beautiful, guys. Lifting that pubic bone up, we're gonna follow the strap around, and then we're gonna breathe out, and rotate, and release. If you want a little more, hold on to your little loop. Okay, hips stay pointing forward, and keep pushing out through both arms. You'll notice when you rotate, you kind of lose the reach. So keep reaching out of your arms. Beautiful, guys, nice work. I know it's hard. Got another 3. Keep reaching. 2. Last 1. Coming all the way back. And then from here, we're going to put our strap down and come into our Z sit. Okay, so we want to get the hang of this here before we progress. If this doesn't work for you, you can just take a seat on your box and you can be doing this in a seated position. So, I'm going to use my little loop. You're welcome to adjust. All right, free hand is going to come right at the hip. Okay, so squaring yourself up. We're going to breathe out and we're going to go into our mermaid. So side bend and release. Might need a yellow spring. Okay. Option 2, hand on the hip. Nice work, guys. Long arm. Keep lifting away with that opposite side. 1 more. All right, and then I want you guys to put the strap down. We're going to just try this without the strap first. So the hand is going to go onto the carriage. I'm going to imagine that I've got my strap there. So we're all going to do this together. Just be careful, your reformer will move. So we're going to look like we're doing the same exercise, but as we reach, we're going to press the hips up and push off that back arm. So keeping the scoop, drive that pelvis forward. Feels delicious, and then coming back down again. Okay, I think we got it. So let's pick up that strap. Remember, big loop. Okay, holding it there first, taking a deep breath in. We've got this, guys. And exhaling, press, reach, drive off that back arm, keep the belly in, and bring it down. Awesome, we're gonna just do 3 more, okay? You can rotate a little more if that feels good. Last 2. And 1 more to go. You guys have got this. Lift those hips. Reach, reach, reach through those fingers. Take a big breath. And bring it down. Awesome, guys. We're going to hang up that strap. We're going to put on, we're going to do a little bit of legs in between. We're going to put on double red and blue. That's quite strong for double legs. or just 2 red springs. Okay, welcome to have your head cushion if that feels more comfortable. All right, and we're going to come and have a lie on our back. Lovely. So, before we get going, just want to give our back a little bit of love. So you can either hold on lightly to the edge of your carriage or hold on to the sides, okay, whatever works for you. We want to find a neutral pelvis, so hips level with the sky. All right, you're not gripping, just lightly. You can also hold on to your shoulder pads. We're going to bring one leg at a time into tabletop, squeezing the knees together. And then we're going to inhale here and exhale to tip the legs over to one side. Now my hip is lifting, but my knees are still glued together. And then shifting back to the center. So common mistake with this one, alternating sides, is letting the knees start to slide along each other or dropping the foot. So keep the knees level. Beautiful. Take an inhale at the center. Up and over. All right, we're moving from the waist or those obliques. Nice work, guys. Keep the waist long. We're just going to do one more to each side. Notice I'm not death gripping here. Last one. Bring it all the way back to center. Place one leg at a time back down. Relax your arms by your sides. So heels hip distance. Nice open shoulders. Okay. And then we're going to bring our right leg to tabletop. So keep the neutral, sink that right thigh into the socket and just single leg press. All the way to the end. Pull it in. Okay, keeping the hips level, keeping the waist open. Remember, if it feels too light, add that blue. All right, if you love life and you want to really work hard, you can add that green, but that's too much for me, that's for sure. We're going to go 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Okay, lowering that right heel down, lifting your left leg up. Check that you're still neutral. Relax that right thigh. Make sure you haven't picked it up too far. When you're ready, off we go. All right, I love single side work because you can really feel the difference between the strength on either side and the difference in the two. All the way to the end, guys. All right, as long as that knee isn't locking out, make sure you're going all the way to the top, all the way back in. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Relax those ribs. I just caught myself popping them up a little bit there. We've got 3 more. Don't let that left leg move at all. Last 2, all the way to the end. Last 1, and bring it all the way in. Switch the heel over and press. Come in, switch legs, and press. Now, good challenge here, guys, to keep the hips level. So we don't want to feel the pelvis tipping from side to side. We also don't want to feel our waist hiking up towards the rib cage. Okay, so good challenge. Okay, focusing on all the same things as we did when we were just focusing on one leg. We're going to do 1 more only on each side. Last one there. Bring it all the way in. Lovely, guys. Turn over to the opposite side. Push yourself up. And then we're ready to go for our rotation. So remember, just a blue spring. Some of you guys were on a red. Just remember that. All right, and we're going to just start backwards. So we're actually going to come, sorry guys, my bad. We're going to come up here. Nearly started us in the wrong position. So Knees under hips or a little wider if that feels easier for you, okay? And we're gonna grab our strap. So I use my big loop, you're welcome to use your little loop, okay? Interlacing the fingers, straight arms, belly in. Follow the strap around and rotate. So nice straight arms, making sure that this hip doesn't drop back as you rotate. Big exhale. Awesome, guys. Don't forget, those arms are active all the time. All right, pull that right rib cage around. We've got another 4. 3, 2, last one. Releasing. Beautiful, guys. We're going to hang up that strap while we slide into our Z-sit position. Okay. And then from here, if you drop to yellow, make that adjustment. And then we're going to go into our big loop. Okay. Hand either on the carriage or on the hip. You might want to try both. Okay. So squaring up your rib cage, taking an inhale here, and exhaling to reach up and over and release. I like this because it makes me have to really lift, otherwise I kind of fall over a bit. Perfect, guys. If it's feeling too strong, remember we're going to go down to that yellow. Last 2. Last 1. Perfect, guys. And then we're still going to practice on this side, even though we know what we're doing now. So hand behind you. Don't mind what direction it goes. Just make sure your elbow and your shoulder feel good. Okay. Imagine we've got our strap there. All right. Take a breath in. And we're going to do our reach. Press the hips forward. Now, this is a good viewpoint for you guys because you can see my shoulder. So you want to watch it doesn't cave in. For some people, that means the hand is better there. So just double check that for me. Press those hips right up and bring it down. Okay, hard to do with the strap, but here we go. So definitely big loop, unless you're feeling extra strong today. Take a deep breath in and exhale everything together. Press, lift, reach. Bring it down. Breath in. Press, lift those hips, reach those fingers. Okay, remember you can add a bit more rotation if you want to. We've got 3 more. So that's the rotation version. Last 2. Last 1. Drive off those legs, guys. Hold it. 2 big breaths. Keep energy in this top arm without the shoulder. Last 1. Bring it back. Hang up your strap. And then we're going to step over to the same side we're facing. But before we do, red and yellow. Okay. Bringing yourself up. And we're going to finish up with our long stretch series, or a little variation of. So with my foot bar, I actually find it's not quite in the right position for long series. So if you want to, you can adjust the way that I am. So I'm just going to tip it away. I'm going to slide it to the second setting. Okay, that feels better for my short little arms. And then click it into place. That's just a personal preference. You guys don't have to do that. Okay. So check you're locked in. Very important when we're about to bear all of our weight into it. Okay, hands nice and wide. Press into them like you're ready for your plank. Okay, you're going to take your leg furthest away. Step it onto the shoulder pad. All right, so toes tucked, heel on. Push it out and step. Okay, I can't see you, so if you did it any other way, it doesn't matter. So long spine, really press out of those arms. All right, and we're going to breathe out. and press. Breathe in and pull it all the way, guys. All the way, as much as your wrist can handle. And press. So opposition here. Heels always driving into the shoulder pads. Crown of the head always driving forward. Perfect, guys. It's not big. We're going to go 2 more. Beautiful. Last one. Don't let that lower back sag. Hold it in. Bend the knees and lower down. Beautiful. From here, opening those shoulders and just sit back so your bum is just hovering off your heels. Okay. Now, when you're here, I want you guys to try and picture there is a bar right at your waist. We don't drop onto the bar. We don't pull away from it. The bar stays where it is. Okay, keep the arms strong. Legs press away. We bring it in. This does not change. Okay? A lot of time I see this. All right, this stays exactly where it is. Your torso does not change. Your arms are holding the carriage in position and your belly pulling you in. Beautiful, guys. 3 more. Slow it down if you need. 2. Last one. Hold it. We're going to finish with round back. Trickiest one. So a lot of people just go straight into those shoulders. It's not what we mean by round back. So I want you guys to picture that you've just done a cat stretch. So we all know cat stretch, that position. You sat halfway back and you can feel the stretch in those lower back extensors. Okay, so take that image, come back into position, and we want to do exactly the same thing. So sit the bum back. Imagine you've just finished your cat stretch and you're sitting halfway back. Should feel like that same stretching sensation is there. This is relaxed, okay, apart from being strong. Looking down at your springs or in between your knees. We keep the shape now. That bar is still there. And scoop. And scoop. And scoop. So when you scoop, guys, you're picturing that you're trying to stretch out your lower back. A little more. Every time. Now, usually you get this and your shoulders are like, oh, yep, scoop. Relax. 2 more. Perfect, guys. Last one. Hold. And relax. Beautiful. Rest your feet. I'm just going to kick off my headrest. Rest your feet in between your shoulder pads. And just take a child's pose. Wherever your arms like. Okay. Couple of nice big breaths. Brilliant, guys. And then scooping through that belly, rolling yourself up, probably accidentally sitting on your shoulder pads. And that is us, guys. So thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So a nice quick one, full body. All right. And we'll see you guys again soon. So thank you.